most popular movie series of all time.
The greatest show in town. I mean, the greatest show in the whole world. Happy birthday, Mr. Hood.
Cabin Fever Entertainment is proud to present The Little Rascals on home video.
Present to you. Give me the high side.
These are the original Little Rascals. Now they're better than ever. For years, the Little Rascals have been censored. Some of their movies haven't been seen for decades. And previous video collections contained low-contrast, scratched prints, ruined from years of neglect. Not Cabin Fever. These are all the original classics, uncut, remastered from the Library of Congress's original 35mm prints and restored to mint condition through a process costing nearly $500,000.
All right, where are you guys? There's nobody down here except us dummies.
It's all your favorite moments.
Say, let's start a club right now. The He-Man Woman Hate. Don't call me Norman. Call me Chubsy Upsy.
And all your favorite Rascals, even ones you haven't seen for years. Each volume is introduced by Entertainment Tonight's Leonard Maltin, co-author of the book, The Little Rascals, The Life and Times of Our Gang.
My Juliet, my Romeo.
The original Little Rascals, only from Cabin Fever Entertainment.
Throughout the history of the Little Rascals, originally known as Our Gang, there were two themes that cropped up again and again. First, that money couldn't buy happiness, as proved by the countless number of poor little rich kids in the series. And second, the younger siblings were generally a pain in the neck. We'll see variations on both ideas in the films on this video collection. Small Talk from 1929 has another important distinction. It was the first Our Gang comedy to be made with sound. All during the silent film era, the series' principal director, Robert McGowan, had been able to talk to the youngsters while they were shooting a scene, instructing and encouraging them along the way. Now, the kids, some of them too young to read, not only had to memorize lines of dialogue, but give their performances without any coaching while the cameras were running. It's just one more reason to be impressed with these remarkable youngsters. Small Talk is also one of the occasional Rascal comedies to pull on your heartstrings. Sentiment was often an ingredient in these films, and sometimes it went overboard, but it certainly set them apart from routine slapstick comedies of the day, and the many kiddie comedies that tried to imitate Our Gang. Forgotten Babies introduces the Rascals' worst nightmare, having to babysit. But in this case, the patsy chosen to take on this chore is none other than Spanky McFarland, who is just 5 years old himself. In fact, it's pretty obvious that in spite of the gags, with the toddlers causing all sorts of mischief, this short was just another excuse to train the camera on Spanky, who was rapidly becoming the series' #1 star. Bare Facts shows Spanky 5 years later, now a young comedy actor of distinction, co-starring with Alfalfa, Darla, Buckwheat, and Porky, in a situation comedy in which the kids are on the receiving end of a practical joke. Finally, we move back into the silent film era for Baby Brother, in which roly-poly Joe Cobb is a poor little rich boy who wants a kid brother more than anything. The other Rascals are happy to oblige, as they come up with one of their inventive business schemes that characterized the silent Our Gang comedies. It seemed as if these kids never ran out of ideas, and neither did the grown-ups who made these delightful films. To find out more about the amazing history of the Little Rascals and the remarkable kids who starred in this series, turn to The Little Rascals, The Life and Times of Our Gang by Leonard Maltin and Richard W. Band. Its pages are crammed with facts, photos, and behind-the-scenes information on all 221 Our Gang comedies, with biographies of every Little Rascal and the story of what happened to them in later life. Ask for The Little Rascals, The Life and Times of Our Gang at your local bookstore, or have them order it for you. It's published by Crown.